Hey guys, today I've got a kind of a different video. My little remote thing started flashing. A lot of people know, but not everybody, but I am a huge fan of The Wizard of Oz. It is my all-time favorite movie. Watched it all the time as a kid, drove my mom crazy with it, and I'm still pretty much obsessed with it. Well, the brand No7 came out with a Wizard of Oz makeup collection, and Cleo's doing something over there on the cat tower. And whenever it came out, it was only available in the UK, I think, and I was pretty upset about it. Well, apparently there were enough people that contacted the brand and said they wanted it to be made available in the US. So they finally did, and I ordered it because that's who I am as a person, and it came today. So I didn't order everything because I couldn't afford it, but I'm pretty excited to see it. I don't remember if I got the makeup sponge or not, but the blender is really oddly shaped, and I'm not completely sure if I will actually use it or if I just want to use it as a collector item. I'm glad that's not shredded paper like from BoxyCharm, because I would have hated myself. Okay, I apparently did get the makeup sponge. Let's go ahead and open it up. If I can figure out, and you'll see what I mean whenever I get it open. Bug flew in my face. It might be fine to use as an actual blender, but just the shape of it is just really weird. See how it has like a really pointy tip to it? It actually feels really good. I may use it and I may not. I'm not sure. Hey, Cleo. Baby, you want to be in the video? You want to be in the video? Here's the other baby. Mwah. That's my other baby. She's not as outgoing as Trixie is, so you won't see her very often. What is this? A $50 gift card for Vincero watches. How expensive are these watches that you're giving a $50 gift card off of them? I wouldn't pay $50 for a watch anyway, so you know what? That's fine. Alright, and this is the packaging it comes in, and it's green because of Emerald City. And let's take out this little, what is this? This is a mascara. Let's see if you can, oops, we're not in the right spot. There we go. Open it up and see what kind of brush it has. I might actually really like that brush. And I love that it has like the glitter looking, like it's really sparkly, almost like the ruby slippers, but gold. And this is actually a drugstore brand, so this is not expensive makeup. Put that back in there. Alright, so this is a lipstick in the shade, let's see here. It doesn't, oh, it just says Dorothy Red. Okay. And that's, ooh, that's one of them glittery. This is one of those glittery looking, I don't know if it'll pick up on camera or not. Back up some of it. Like, it's one of those glitteries. I don't think it'll transfer to the lips to be that glittery, but I really like that. And the shade is right up my alley. the eyeshadow palette here, which this is a neutral eyeshadow palette. And I usually don't gravitate towards those, but it being the Wizard of Oz collection, I went ahead and got it. And I'll be doing a look with this today as well. After I get everything prepped or whatever, like it'll be all cut and then go into the same video. So it'll be this video. And here is got a little bent in there. But I want to say this is either like a blush or a foundation brush. It's synthetic, which I like, but it's green like the Emerald City. And we also have an eyeshadow brush that's also got like the angled brush on the end. It's a dual end brush. And I'm putting all this back in the bag so that I don't. And I love how the paper that it came in is gold. And we also have, whoa, that is a huge highlighter. It says mini highlight palette, but there is, this is not mini. If this is a mini, I would like to see the size of their normal sized highlighter palettes, but it's in the shade Yellow Brick Road, fitting. But look at how big this highlighter is. That's their mini. Swatch that and see what it looks like. That's actually really pretty. I don't know if y'all can pick that up on camera. Let me do it on my hand. It might be a little better. You can kind of see it there. It's actually really pretty. I can't wait to use this stuff. Okay. Alright, and that's everything we got in the collection. And I absolutely love the makeup bag. This will be great for travels. Not that I travel or anything, especially now, but if I ever did, this would be great. Okay, so I will be back after I get my primer on and then my eyeshadow primer. I got another eyeshadow primer to try and see if it'll work, so we'll try that. I'll be back in a minute and then we'll get started with the makeup look with our Wizard of Oz brand. Okay, we're back. And I've also got some brushes that I got as an add-on in my BoxyCharm. They're by Luxie. And I might be using these eyeshadow brushes along with the eyeshadow brush that I got in the Wizard of Oz thing. And I'm trying out a new eyeshadow primer. It's not new, but I've never tried it. It's the NYX Professional Makeup HD Studio Photogenic Eyeshadow Base. So we're going to see how that one works out today. We're going ahead and get out the eyeshadow palette. And the eyeshadow brush. The brush is actually pretty stiff. It doesn't have a blending brush with it, but I've got blending brushes right here, so. Trixie, what are you doing? Trixie, you're going to knock that over. Don't do it. All right. We're going to go in, there's not really a transition shade. There's like a matte shade and then like a glitter shade. So I guess what I'll do, I'll go ahead and put the brown shade in my crease, and probably all over my lid too, I don't know yet. So we'll go ahead and go in with that. Actually, I've got a better idea. So let's swatch all this out of here. let's go ahead and go in with, we're going to put this kind of goldish brown shade all over the lid. So I'm going to take it and just plop it down on my lid. That is actually a very pretty shade. Then we're going to do we're not going to put it over the entire lid, but just kind of in the middle here. Okay, we're going to clean our finger off. And this is going to be a really simple look because I don't know anything else to do with this. So, alright. On the outer part of it, we're going to go in with this reddish gold kind of shade here. And go on the outside part of the lid. Trixie doesn't approve. Okay. I think I did better on the other eye than I did this eye, but can't win them all. Alright. I think I'm going to now take that brown shade that I was originally going to go in with. Tap off the excess, and we're going to go the very outer corner here. Trixie? No, stop. Okay, let's see if we got a blending brush in here. Yeah. And then we're going to kind of blend these two together as well, just to make it to where there's no harsh lines. Trixie, stop. Trixie's playing with the light that is going off of my ring light and reflecting off of my mirror. Trixie? Alright. And then we're going to do the same over here on the other side. And we're going to just kind of take it up into that crease area a little bit and blend it out just in the very outside part of that crease. And I may actually go ahead and take it through the whole crease. Let's see what will happen here. And then kind of blend it out some. That actually ties that together pretty well, actually. I'm not mad at that. Okay. We're going to do the same over here, hopefully. And blend it out. And that's actually taking some of the glitter with it while I'm blending it. And I'm actually okay with that. Okay. We're going to kind of take that lighter gold shade, this one right here. We're going to go in the very inside corner here. And that'll kind of go into that other, like the brownish gold. I'm actually going to take some more of that brownish gold and kind of Alright, and I'm going to do my face makeup off camera, except for, I guess, the highlighter. Well, no, I will be using the sponge, but I am going to do the face makeup off camera, and I'll let you know how the sponge actually worked. So I will be right back, and when I come back, my face makeup will be done, and I'll go ahead and finish the eye makeup whenever I come back. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we're back. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use The sponge actually worked out really well. This is probably going to be one of my favorite sponges. Everything just blended out really nicely, and I'm actually really impressed with this. For blush, like I've already done, I used my Hoola Light for my bronzer. For my blush, I'm going to use I still don't know if this is Real Her or Realer. Like, I don't know which one it is. But it's the Ultimate Glow Getter Cheek Trio, and I'm going to use the blush out of it. And I'm just going to use Blessed right here. And I'm going to use, ooh, there was a lot of kickback with that. Okay. Trixie, if you knock that over, you're going to get in trouble. All right, and we're just going to put this right on our cheekbones. That's more pigmented than I thought it was going to be, so we're just gonna blend it out some. So, not expecting it to be that pigmented. I don't like a whole lot of color on my cheeks. I like it just to look natural. Like, I really like the Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty, her liquid blush. I like it because it looks real natural. That looks pretty good, actually. Maybe just a little. Just be, like, if you use this Real Her palette, just use a little at a time and build it up. But I actually really like it. There is quite a bit of kickback. I don't know if you can see it off camera here, but it did pretty much fly off like a powdery mess. But I really like this brush. It's pretty soft. Next, I'm going to get the highlighter from here, which I'm still really confused as to why they're calling that a mini highlighter, because that's huge. Let's see what we got here. All right. I'm just going to go into it lightly. And we're going to do this right where the light hits. Oh, that's beautiful. That is like a natural glow, kind of. Like, it's not, Trixie? It's not blinding, but it makes it look like your skin naturally is just really healthy. So I really like that. It's actually really nice. That might be one of my go-tos from now on. Good job, number 7. Okay. So I lost some footage because my camera quit working, but I'll just have to tell you what I did on the lower lash line. I took this angled brush right here on the other side of this brush and went in with the dark shade and lined just through the lash line, the lower lash line. And then I took like this bigger fluffy brush and went in with this goldish brown kind of shade and kind of smoked out the brown color. Just went right through like the very bottom of it and just kind of softened it up. And then I went back in, oh Lord, I went back in with that same dark brown shade with the angled brush, very, very little of it, and just kind of relined the lash line just a little bit. Not to get rid of that smokiness, but just to make sure it was still lined. something popped up on my phone screen and I couldn't see what it was. And now I'm going to take this little pencil brush here, and I'm going to go in with this gold shade, the kind that we put right in like the, not the inner corner, but the closer to the inner part of the eyelid. And we're actually going to use it for the inner corner shade. So I'm going to go right in here, like right close to the tear duct. Okay. And then I'm going to take that fluffy brush again. Let me make sure that brown is off of it. I've actually got a switch plate here to where it'll take all the eyeshadow pigment off so it doesn't mix your colors and you can use the same brush. But I'm going to go in with that light gold shade again and get off some of the excess, and we're going to go right on the brow bone here. Okay. I don't know where that little clean sheet went, or that little clear sheet that was in with this. I'll have to find it in a minute. All right. And we're going ahead and try the mascara. And I just love this packaging so much. All right. Oh, that's nice. I don't know if it's the formula or the brush, but this is really separating and defining my eyelashes. It's not really volumizing any, but it does seem to be lengthening. So if you're wanting more length to your lashes, this is most definitely going to be a good mascara for you. But I don't see a lot of volume with it. Let me see if it builds up. It does seem to build up pretty well without clumping. I'm pretty impressed with that. I hope this isn't waterproof because that will bother my eyes. Okay, it actually says create instant impact with big and bold lashes from the first sweep and a full-bodied volume in just one coat. I didn't actually see, I got a little bit of volume when I put another coat, but as it didn't do a lot with the first coat besides lengthen. So I can't really agree with that entire claim, but it is a really nice formula and brush. I really like this. This is probably going to be one that I use a lot now. But, oh, about forgot I had the lipstick. Did I bring a liner? Okay, let me go ahead and line my lips, which I'm not the best at, so don't come for me. Okay. It's gone ahead, and I just love that this looks like the ruby slippers. I live for it. Alright, let's try this out. Oh man. That did not look like it was going to be that red. My word. Like, I want y'all to see what this does. Like, the change in color is insane. This is not going to be a go-to shade for me. It is very pretty. But very not me. So the name of that shade makes a lot more sense now. And I don't have anything to blot this with, so this isn't going to look great right off, but it is a gorgeous shade. And if you like red lipstick, this is going to be for you, but this is not a shade that I would normally use, and I'm probably not going to use it again, but I do like that I have it for just because of the Wizard of Oz name on it. But I don't see if it says if it's matte or not. It doesn't look matte. It looks like a cream lipstick, so I would say it probably transfers. Well, I guess I could go ahead and, yeah, it definitely transfers. Trixie? But it is pretty, and like I thought, it's not gonna, the actual glitter did not, it was just like an overspray thing, but it is very pretty. Overall, this is a really good collection, I think, especially for a drugstore brand. I believe the drugstore in the UK that it's usually sold at is called Boots, but the brand of the makeup is No7. And I actually also got a toner from them that has been my go-to toner for the past few weeks, and I actually really like it. I'll link the website in the description box so that if you're interested in this collection or seeing what else No7 has, you can go to their website and see. This will probably be the US site, but if I can find the UK site, I'll link it too, just in case any of my viewers are in the UK right now. But I actually am really impressed with this collection, and I'll probably be using a lot of the things pretty frequently because it was such a good collection. And I am just really impressed with this sponge because I thought the weird shape was going to be hard to work with, but this actually worked really well for, I wear glasses, so I have like red spots here, and I'll put concealer on the side of my nose where my nose pieces are, and this actually did really well for that. So I'm actually, I don't know if that's what that was supposed to be used for, but that's what it is. But I'm really impressed with everything that came in this collection. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would recommend. I think probably my favorite thing in here is either the mascara or the highlighter. These two are my favorite. The colors of the eyeshadows are more of a natural looking thing, like they're more neutral shades, which is why I'm really confused by this, because this would not go with any look that you could make with these eyeshadows. So I'm a little confused with that, but that's fine. I'm probably going to be doing another video here soon, Like I got a Freddy Krueger palette by Peachy Queen, and I'll probably be trying it out. But one of the one of the next videos that I'm going to do, like it's not going to be the very next one, but one of the next ones that I'm going to do is kind of showing how my infusions and things like that work for my A-gamma globulinemia. It's not makeup related, so if you don't want to watch that, that's fine. I'll be going through the whole process of what has to be done with my infusions, what steps I have to take to make sure everything's clean and sanitized. I'll be doing the entire infusion on video, but I will edit out where the needles are being put in because I don't think anybody needs to see that, and that can be triggering for some people. But that part will be left out, so you don't have to worry about seeing anything like that. But I just want to raise a little bit of awareness about how important plasma donations and things like that are. But I'll talk about it more when I post that video. But I guess that's it for today. I guess I'll probably post another video in the next few days. It won't be this weekend because I actually have to work, but probably Monday or Tuesday, I'll probably post the Freddy Krueger one. And then the weekend will come and that's probably when I'll be doing my infusion. But I will see everybody in my next video, and I hope everybody's staying safe. Bye!